Hi, I'm Megan Dorsey from College Prep Results. This is the third video in my series discussing high school course selection, giving you some information so that you can pick the right courses. When you apply to college, you'll be thankful that you have a solid transcript and you've made some good choices along the way. Today we're going to talk about the most fun part of course selection, and that's electives. You can see from my first two videos talking about academic requirements and graduation requirements that I've filled in my sample 4-year plan behind me. I have 4 years of English, math, history, science. I'm pretending this is sort of a hybrid between my current 8th grader and my daughter who's currently in college. So I filled our other language in with Spanish. Both started taking Spanish 1 in 7th grade. So you can see I've got Spanish 3, 4, and 5. That's as far as their school offers. I put in PE, which is tennis, and art. And now you can see we've got 7 openings remaining, whether those are year-long classes or whether we have 2 choices in a blank for semester courses, to fill with other choices, the electives. Now, for a lot of students, electives really are a great opportunity for development of interests and talents. This means we take classes like art, newspaper, sports, theater, design, debate, computer programming, engineering, medical technology, whatever your school offers and you find an interest in. And so I would say, if I look at your high school transcript as you're applying to college, you're sending me everything you've done freshman through junior year and a list of your senior year courses, will that tell me a story about what captures your attention? Will it tell me what talents you have chosen to develop? Now, I'm going to tell you a story of a couple of clients of mine, current seniors, but before that, imagine the difference between the student who just picks something one year, changes their mind the next year, on to something different the next year, versus students who've really developed an interest or passion. My first example student is one who has been interested in pre-med and was for a long time. So she's focused, after she took care of her graduation requirements, which she mostly did 9th and 10th grade, taking extra science classes. She was taking additional things like anatomy and physiology on top of biology and chemistry. And then working through her school's health occupations program, the HOSA program, to get into their clinical rotations, where she now takes a block of time her senior year to go out and follow different medical professionals in different areas. So she's been able to do that because she planned ahead, and her transcript screams, I'm somebody who's interested in pre-med, not just because I said that's my potential major, but because I've been pursuing it all along. I have another student this year who's a senior who's interested in interior design. And we know most high schools don't offer interior design courses, so it's a little harder for her transcript to show that direct interest. But one thing you would notice if you picked up her transcript is every year she's been taking art. And she's been participating actively in her school's art program and the competitions that she can enter through that. So those 2 students give an example of how your choice of electives can really reflect your interest and maybe even potential major or career goals. That doesn't mean that you need to pick a major before you enter high school. It is absolutely okay to explore. It's okay to take a course for a year and say, that was interesting, but that's just not me. I'm glad I learned it, and in fact, I'm glad I found that out now instead of spending a year or 2 of college finding that out. But do try to find some electives that really allow you to develop your talents, to have fun, to be with the people you enjoy working with, because sometimes that's really what makes some of the rest of the grind of high school worth it. I will say that there are some academic electives that sound very much like academic courses, things the often advanced placement courses like AP Psychology or AP Computer Science or AP Research. Those are academic courses, but they are still considered electives. And I would say you can't replace your core English, math, science, history with many of those courses. Those really are electives, not core courses. Of course, depending on the specific one. There are a number of AP classes and advanced classes within the core academics as well. A couple other things I would suggest when looking for electives. The first thing is don't base your choices on the way that they might impact your grade point average. And I'll just say, I'm in Texas, and in Texas for a number of years, we've had this top 10% rule. If you graduate in the top 10% of your high school course, you'll be automatically admitted to the state universities. And so we see issues of class rank, causing people sometimes to make strange decisions. They're making decisions based on rank, not based on interest. I would really say, pick your courses based on your interests, your passions, your talents. Another way to consider elective courses is pick them based on the experience or skills you might gain. Talking about the AP Research course, my daughter took that sequence, AP Seminar and Research, her junior-senior year because it really sounded like the type of work that would make her better prepared to go into college ready to research and write. So that would be a reason you might take an academic course, is because it's going to prepare you better for your future plans. But they don't all have to be that way. You might be taking theater, not because you have a desire to be a professional actor, but because you like it and you like the people and you enjoy your time doing that, or you enjoy your time in band or your time in your sport. That is important, and make sure you have time and room for those in your schedule. In my next video on this series, I'm going to be talking about academic rigor and whether we should take things like AP and advanced courses as opposed to the more standard or regular options.